going to be talking about The Walking Dead Season 9. Before we dive on into the title, I want to give you guys a spoiler warning. If you're not caught up with The Walking Dead Season 9 mid-season finale, or if you do not read The Walking Dead comics, so your spoiler alert is ahead. So this is going to be talking about the whispered borderline, the head on spike, and my possibly mini death prediction that who could possibly get it on the TV show. So let's dive on in. I'm going to give you a quick summary of what it is in the comics if you guys do not read the comics. So yeah. The whispered borderline is the whispers make this borderline to keep out any people come on their territory. For instance, it was our group. They don't like how we live, so they want a board to prove their point. If they come on their land, they're going to face consequences. So with that, and they're probably going to be doing this for the TV show too. And with that, so if they go with the comic book route, that's what's going to be happening, because in the comics, Carl goes after Lydia, and if they go with that, Henry will go after Lydia. But that's a different story. But I'm just giving you a summary of the comics. So how that started, there was a fair that all the communities came together, and that's how the mass killing happened. Some of the Whisper came and killed 12 people from throughout the communities, put their heads on a spike, and showed example to our group that you're not allowed to come past this border. So they'll probably be going down that route till close of the season finale or season 9. And the characters that died, I don't know all 12 of them per se, but the ones that sticks out for me, it is Keen Ezekiel, Rosita, Luke, I think Olivia, and a couple other ones. I think there was 12 in total, and the ones who discovered it was Rick, Andrea, Carl, and Lydia, and I think Michonne too. So that is what the comic book version. The TV show version, I think they're going to do some elements, elements or idea of to go with that route. They are going to do something involved with the fire, because they already hinted the fire in episode 6, 7, and 8, and it'll be coming more hints in throughout the rest of the season. So we're going to see that with the fire. They're going to go with the fire route. They're probably going to have some whispers undercover and kidnap some people, and that's how they kill them. And they will put their heads on a spike and all that. And I think the witch characters will be discovering probably Daryl. Somehow it'll be Daryl, Michonne, and Carol. I believe these 3 characters will be one of the ones that will find the border with the members that from the communities. But with that, I think somehow they're going to use each of the communities to bring them back. That's pretty much what it was in the comics. All the communities combined and went after him. That's what caused the Whisper War. But in the TV show, it's totally different, because all the communities are not as one. So if they mix and kill each members from each community, I think all the communities will be on board and fight back at them. So with my mini death predictions, I think Luke is going to be one, because of him from being in Magnus group, and that will bring their group closer to our group as be as one. That's kind of happened in the comics with them, that they was not 100% on board with us, but after Luke's death, they was on 100% on board. And I'll see that happening on the TV show. Other characters, I think Aiden from the Hilltop can get it, because they kind of have an Easter egg hunt him in the trailer they done for the second half with him and Luke. I don't know if that give a big hint or Easter egg hint, whatever you want to call it. I think they give it a big hint, and they give him more of a character, like, if I give this character more storyline, he could die, and it will have us affected. And because he's in a relationship with Enith, if he did get the death, it'll be impact on Enith somehow. So, with that, I think some other characters, Tammy Rose, I can't remember her unfortunately in the comics, but they've given her a big story with the first half with her son Ken died, her husband was the blacksmith and him being in jail, with the whole Gregory, with the whole Maggie deal. That's one of the faces you would recognize and could possibly get kind of emotional about her death. But with her character, she's a good character to have. I like her character so far. I can't wait to see more. But she's one character who could possibly get the spike. Be interesting to see. One that could be another one that you could recognize and be really upset with it, just like Tammy Rose and Aiden and all that, could be Diane. She's from the Kingdom. She also goes back and forth from Hilltop too. And if you guys don't know, she's the bow and arrow woman from the Kingdom. So that'd be a one character to have recognized, to have. There's one, and another one, there's two characters I'm iffy about. That is Father Gabriel and Rosita. They're giving Father Gabriel more of a storyline compared to he was in the comic. He died in the Whisper War, but Father Gabriel's kind of different in the TV show with him being in a relationship with Rosita. He's kind of taking Eugene's comic story tad a bit. But he'd be an interesting character to kill off and have a oh my god moment and all that. But I probably could, with him and Rosita, I go back and forth which character would be better to have. Him have Father Gabriel, he had not his story, he has a different storyline than he has in the comic, or go with the easy route with Rosita having her comic book death. Anyway, one of them two characters would be interesting to see if they go with their routes. And another one I'm not happy to see, but is King Ezekiel. He did get his comic book death, and that was his death right there. And that was a big shocker, I think, of why they chose him. I could perceive seeing him get his death probably more than any other characters I have picked, because of the big factor of his death, how impacted would it affect. With him and Carol is married or together, whatever you want to call it, and with Henry, with everybody from the Kingdom, with Jerry, he would have a big impact to our characters and the fans like us. And in the comics, he was with Michonne. In the TV show, he's with Carol. But that's one of the characters I would think, if they wanted to go down that route, to have a big shock factor, yeah. And other than that, if they go with the 12 people, I think they should mix it up, just have a mix of each of the characters that it just be shock, but we don't know who they exactly are. But if they wanted to dive it down to 6 characters to have it really a shock factor, emotional factor, or have 8 or 10. It just depends on how they want to do it. I think between 6 to 12 would be great, just to mix it up of being really shocked, and then have some other characters just like background characters and be on the death spike. So let me know in the comments below who you think's gonna be on the spike. And yeah, give this video a big thumbs up. And if you're new to this channel, hit that subscribe button, because we do talk about The Walking Dead. And yeah, so I'll check you guys out in my next video.